All right. So I'm testing this out to see if it works. I currently don't have video. So I'm just going to be screen sharing and making a GIF right now to see if it'll work. All right. Screen share, screen one, share. Okay. Present to everyone. Always does this weird thing where it does that. Hopefully that's not what you guys see. Guess we'll find out in a minute. All right, so this is a wedding I'm working on. That's not what we're jiffing. We're jiffing this. Okay, so here I am in Bridge. Oh, someone's messaging me. Oh, you can see me on Facebook. Okay. It's ridiculous. All right, so I'm going to select these images. This is kind of a funny GIF, so this should be interesting. So I select all the images that I want to GIF, and usually I keep these in a separate folder, but this is one the client really wanted her images quicker, and I haven't done the GIFs yet. So then you click Tools, Photoshop, Load Files into Photoshop Layers. And so automatically open Photoshop and load all these layers in. I really hope this is working and doesn't look like this right now. Good God. I'm going to pull this over here. Come on, keys. Okay, so all these are now in here. So now what you want to do is in your Layers tab, select all of them. Then you do Edit, Auto Align Layers. Most of the time, Auto works really well for me, so I always start there. Sometimes I have to go and do, crap, what is it called? You guys, this is good that I'm testing this. Sometimes I have to go and do position because I don't shoot with a tripod. Most people who GIF would say you need to have a tripod. I'm a very minimalistic person and I don't like carrying a lot of things around me. You can see how long this takes too. That's why I'm just chatting. So I just try and be as steady as possible. And sometimes I'll purposely GIF with movement and not even do this step. It just really depends on what my brain is thinking at the time. Like at weddings and stuff for dancing, I will sometimes not auto align layers just because it's not appropriate. But most of the time when I'm GIFing, it's engagement shoots or portrait time at weddings. I do GIF just like things going on, but so yeah. Hold on. So then you get to the cropping part, and usually people crop next, but what I like to do is actually create my frame animation first, and that way I can easily pan through and get my crop just right. So in order to show your frame animation, you need to click Window, and then Timeline, and then that pops up down here, and then you have the option of Video Timeline or Frame Animation, and you want to select Create Frame Animation. So that pulls up this one frame here. And then you're going to want to click on this little drop down here and do Make Frames from Layers. That pulls all of your frames, all of your layers into the frame. And then for some reason, it loads them backwards, so you have to reverse your frames unless you want to do your GIF backwards. So now I just begin the cropping process, and sometimes I'll keep the original size, and other times I come in and I usually just start at one frame and start cropping so that I keep as much of the original photo. And it looks like this one did some weird things because it shouldn't be doing it like this. So, and this process usually takes me like the most amount of time. You can see this, he did a cartwheel. It was really funny. Oh, see it. There's my mom. So That is looking pretty good. How's this going, by the way? Oh, I really hope that's not how this looks. So now you want to select all of them and choose your time. So I usually start at 0.2, but it just depends. And then you want it to loop forever. Are you really here, Ryan? I don't see you. Ryan's here. He's helping me test out. You can hear me, right, Ryan? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. So then basically you're done. Then you just want to test it. So you just press play and yep. Looks pretty good. It's looping. Da-da-da. Fantastic. So then comes the saving part. So I first will start by saving it as a GIF. So I do export and then save for web. This part takes a while. Sorry for all the background noise. I'm in the basement right next to a hot tub. It's a very fancy place. It says you can only watch, and that's not the intention of this. So let me see if I can figure that out. Q&A, opening Q&A. Why is this feature disabled? So this is why I'm testing it, because I need to figure all this out, because I should be able to click on this thing and then you guys should be able to say stuff. Ooh, I have one viewer. That's good. That's Ryan. So I finally see him. So that gives me something to work on figuring out before I do this for reals. So then you want to change the size, and I always just size it for my blog, because that's generally where I'm using it. And it takes forever. Not super long on my computer because it's really fast, but. So, and then you just save it where you want it. Boom. This is literally gonna be the worst video ever because I don't know what I'm doing yet. And then I also save it as a video if I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Facebook, because Facebook doesn't like GIFs that are big, and I only make big ones. So you want to resize it for Facebook, and I will, I think it's 1280 width is what you want, and you want to change it before you save it. And then the settings I have here are right. You want to save it as an MP4, an H.264 format, at 30 frames per second. So that usually takes a while to render, and I'm not going to do that right now. So that's basically it. I'm just doing this to test it and see. And obviously I need to figure out the Q&A feature. Thanks, Ryan, for joining me so that I can figure that out. I'm going to go ahead and stop this, and hopefully this will be better when I actually do this for realsies tomorrow. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.